Party all night? If you're someone who danced nonstop, drank alcohol without limits, and ate everything you could eat at EDC Las Vegas 2024, and now can't handle your body, this video's for you. As one of the largest festivals in the world, ranked number 4 internationally by DJ Mag magazine, EDC Las Vegas is a unique festival for electronic music lovers. But what do you do when you go too far? In the next few minutes, we'll dive into the best tips for hydration, nutrition, and post-festival care. Before you go any further, you may be new to the channel and the world of electronic music festivals. So let's start with the basics. What is EDC Las Vegas? The first edition was held in 1997, and since then it hasn't stopped growing and improving, except for a few years due to the pandemic crisis. It's been 27 years of electronic tradition in the heart of the Nevada desert. Incredible, right? And it's no secret that Las Vegas is a hot place. Of course, that's what you get when you're in the middle of a desert. From 2014 to 2023, there have been reports of deaths and hundreds of people injured or in poor health due to high temperatures and lack of hydration. So we wonder, why do so many people continue to attend these festivals when injuries are reported all the time? And more importantly, is it really safe for your health to go to these festivals in the middle of the desert? To answer the first question, EDC Las Vegas has grown into popularity over the past few years, with a light show and an auditory and sensory experience that will heighten your senses in 1,000 different ways. This is what has made it so popular, and you know what it means when there are more people? Exactly, bigger venues. You know what that means? When you combine limited space, heat, and logistics that are not immune to failure, you end up with hundreds of people seeking medical attention for health issues, or in some more extreme cases, some even dying. Which brings us to the second question. Is it safe? Absolutely. But you might be exhausted after a weekend full of adrenaline. So, how do you help your body recover after such a big party? You'll see in a second. How about we give you some tips that will help you to have a good time at the next edition of the EDC Las Vegas. Hydration, the key to replenishing all fluids you lost. Staying hydrated can mean the difference between recovering quickly or suffering through a few horrible days afterwards. The high temperatures, dry air, and the hours of intense dancing are the leading cause of severe post-festival dehydration. And I bet you're wondering, isn't it enough just to drink water when I get home? When your body is exposed to prolonged physical activity, it's normal to lose essential nutrients through sweat. Many think that drinking water will solve everything, but the truth is that you need to replenish electrolytes to properly hydrate your body. Electrolytes are minerals such as calcium, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and chloride. These minerals have important functions in the body, such as regulating blood pressure, helping muscles contract, and controlling fluid balance. It's important to have the right balance of electrolytes in your body. And you know what happens when you lose electrolytes at a music festival? Your body loses its ability to regulate itself, which leads to dehydration. There are several solutions, from hydration serums to energy drinks, but the most common are those drinks you see on your screen that promise to help you replenish all the minerals you've lost through sweat. After all, surviving a 3-day festival of this magnitude isn't much different from being an elite athlete, is it? Let's stop for a second. We've talked about hydration, but what about nutrition? Of course, there are plenty of options at EDC Las Vegas and so many other festivals, but many of them are unhealthy alternatives that do nothing for your health. You may not realize it at the time, but after the festival, your body may be intoxicated from all the junk food you consumed over the weekend. This results in a bloated body, lack of energy, and even extreme laziness for a few days after the festival. So, what can you eat to restore your body to its optimal state after the festival? Forget junk food and sugary drinks for at least the next 3 days. Instead, try healthy options like fruits, vegetables, proteins, and some nuts. Eating healthy after a weekend of overindulgence will help eliminate all the toxins your body produced during the festival and help you heal from the excess calories and carbohydrates you probably consumed during those days. If you're feeling a drop in energy, why not try a supplement? It may give your body that little boost it needs. How do you know what supplements are right for you? After all, we can't all take the same thing, can we? How about we look at some recommendations? 5-HTP can help balance serotonin levels, reduce fatigue, and improve mood. Magnesium is essential for muscle and nerve function, helping to relieve muscle cramps and tension left over from a busy weekend. And vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that fights oxidative stress and boosts the immune system. But what about the sleep you missed over the weekend? You need to recharge your batteries with rest and sleep. Make up for lost hours. If you were one of those people who danced all night, you probably look like a zombie the next day, with huge dark circles and no energy, right? This happens when your body doesn't get the rest it needs. Now that the festival's over, it's ideal to take a few days off from screens to help you fall asleep faster. But what do screens have to do with sleep? When we try to fall asleep, continuous exposure to screens overstimulates our brains and makes it harder to fall asleep, at least for the first 2 hours after the last exposure. So, to get a good night's rest, stay away from screens for at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. That way, you can get a really restful night's sleep to make up for the rest you lost over the weekend. We have good hydration, good nutrition, and even sleep, but is that really enough to get you 100% back? What about restoring your hearing? Or better yet, how about restoring the hair that suffered so much over the weekend? Get out your pen and paper because we've saved the best tips for last. Disconnect from noise and music. When we are exposed to very loud sounds, we end up overwhelming our senses. Loud music has a direct impact on our ears and can cause permanent or temporary hearing loss. That's why it's important to give our ears adequate rest. For at least the first 2 days, we should avoid listening to music at full volume, reduce the use of headphones, and avoid exposure to city noise if possible. Stretching exercises. It's important to do stretches to relax our muscles. If you don't like running or being outdoors, you can do short routines at home that take less than 7 minutes. There are stretches for the neck, internal rotors, push-ups, and even a short yoga routine you can find on YouTube. These exercises will undoubtedly help with your post-holiday depression. When the long-awaited date has passed, we may feel that life has become monotonous and boring. Many people experience a lot of negative emotions. To naturally increase your serotonin levels, self-care is important. We can do this by engaging in activities such as meditation or reading that allows us to feel our emotions. It's also important to take care of our diet, exercise, and avoid foods like caffeine or alcoholic beverages, which will help us with our next tip, revive your hair. Exposure to the elements, sweat, and various environmental pollutants directly affect our scalp and the appearance of our hair, leaving it dull, lifeless, and susceptible to damage, especially at the ends. Before showering, gently detangle with creams. Then wash it with cold or lukewarm water, avoiding very hot water to prevent breakage, and let it air dry. Many people use this double wash method to ensure that all toxins are removed. Finally, seal everything with masks or ampules. Hydration for skin and body. It's important to consume enough water to keep our bodies hydrated. Be aware of certain symptoms, such as headaches, dry mouth, and skin, which can indicate dehydration. For the face, we can apply special masks and perform facial massages to improve blood circulation. It's also recommended to use products rich in hyaluronic acid to hydrate the skin. Now that you have these tips for hydration, nutrition, and even rest, all you have to do is wait for the next year and get ready to enjoy another edition of EDC Las Vegas. Which of these tips will you use after watching this video? Are you going to take care of your skin or change your diet? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.